Hello everybody. Good morning. It is 9:18 on a Monday and bear with me, I am not as bright-eyed and bushy-tailed right now. I've technically been up since like 7:45, but wow, I'm already starting it now. I'm forgetting what I was gonna update on and everything. So, good morning. It is Monday and obviously it's the beginning of the work week. I do actually have a lot to do today for this week for this work week, but always on Mondays I plan a lot more sit down office stuff because it just seems like I'm a lot more focused on Mondays. So, but come along with me as I get office work done. And if you are watching me trying to hide Disney stuff in the back, if you can't notice, if I ever want to, well, I guess there's him right back there. If I ever want to get these videos monetized, which is one of my goals next year, is to get a little bit more of a base following, is I can't have them in the background because technically they're owned by Disney. So now, somebody down in the comments below, let me know if they are occasionally in my background and they're not like in the forefront, if that's okay, so I don't have to keep like hiding myself because I don't have a green screen or a way to kind of have a background in my videos. My office is pretty jam-packed with things, hence why I'm probably starting to think I shouldn't get any more things in this office, but who knows, I change my mind about every 5 seconds about it. So, but you guys may move over to the corner where my mic is currently, which is in between where my monitor and my tower is. So if not, I am trying to figure out a way to possibly move my speakers so I can set you guys up where you're right there, kind of in my face. So, but yeah, but let's get this work day started and get some things done with a nice Be Merry Dachshund Christmas mug full of coffee. It is Tuesday and I am in the car. So I decided today I needed to start kind of finishing up decorating the mill house, and my treasurer of the board gave me an idea of, we could use a little bit of greenery pieces to kind of bring the whole room together. I was like, that would be cool. And I was also thinking of like small centerpieces for the tables where the food and drinks are going to be. So I'm going to do that, but also I really for some strong reason I woke up and was like, yeah, I want to get my nails done today. But of course, I'm not 100% sure if salons are like still only doing appointment only, like nail salons. I'm pretty sure where I go, I think they started taking walk-ins again. But even so, like, I'll just say, hey, do you have an opening this morning? Because I do have to go, get groceries. If not, this afternoon. If not, do you have any tomorrow or the next day? Like, I'm very flexible. That's fine. I wanted to check out, there was a salon in town where I live, but not 100% sure. It says it's a nail salon, even though I've known for years it's a hair salon, unless they do nails. And Google just fucked up. But I also do want to set up an appointment to get my hair done because I'm getting tired. There is still random like dark orange spots in my hair that have faded. And also I need to get a trim because it's literally like inch worth of dead ends, and this is starting to annoy me because they're supposed to be straight across. And I'll show you pictures here that I still have on my phone of when my hair was done, and I absolutely loved it. And my friend did it when she was working at a salon. Currently, she is now working from home. She doesn't work at a salon, but I asked her, I'm like, hey, can you still do my hair? She's like, yes, as long as you pay for the products and you do not pay me. Like, do not pay me for my services, otherwise I can get in trouble, fined, and not be able to relicense if I wanted to. And I'm like, okay, cool. So, doing that, but currently I'm on my way to Fort Dodge. I'm probably, depending on when I get there, I may be waiting outside the salon. If not, just to get in and see, even if I just have to make an appointment, I don't care. But I really want my nails done. I just don't know why. I just was like, I'm gonna wake up. I just woke up and it was just like, yeah, nails, let's do it. And I'm like, okay. Also, yesterday I was not too happy because my check engine light is on in my car right now. And my car's running fine from what I can hear. It doesn't sound any different. It's not running rough. It's not like chugging. I don't hear any like ticking noises or squealing or anything like that. So I asked my uncle, I'm like, hey, so this turned on, and he's just like, well, if it's not running any differently, most likely what it could be, since it got really cold, he says it could be an oxygen sensor just going off randomly. It happens. But your car, you know, it's running fine, and he did come outside and listen to it because he's worked on my car before. He's like, you have oil in it, and I'm like, yeah, I have oil in it. I checked it. He's like, to be honest, I wouldn't worry about it right now. He's like, I'll take a further look at it when it's a little warmer this week. And I'm like, can I go to Algona? And because I'm like, I have to help with chores twice this week, like Wednesday, tomorrow, and Thursday. And he's like, yeah, you should be fine. He's just like, just keep an eye on it. If it starts really acting weird, he says, don't go. So, also, I was gonna move saddles today too. You know, that might not happen until tomorrow. But today I do, for work, I do have a couple of things that I have to do office-wise. I do have to kind of edit the second draft of the newsletter. I do have to edit my director's report that I tried to do yesterday. Kept getting interrupted by my wonderful boyfriend. Love him, but he sometimes forgets that, you know, I am working when I'm sitting in my office doing stuff because I'm working from home. But it's fine. He wanted to talk Star Wars, and I got distracted for a good 15 minutes. That's why the montage from yesterday is a little short. And today I just really kind of wanted to get out of the house. Tuesdays usually I am at the museum, usually only for a couple of hours. Like, I'm not there for a long time. I also reserve Tuesday and Thursdays for me to be at the museum too, if people want to set up appointments for something like donating, research requests, anything like that. So yeah, but yeah, so I'm currently going to Fort Dodge. Depending on the time, I might hit Dollar Tree first, because it's gonna be like, it's not even gonna be 9:30 when I get there, so it wouldn't be worth sitting in my car for half an hour. Hello everybody, it is a little bit later. I am back from Fort Dodge. I decided the nail place does take appointments, but I totally forgot. I have the stuff to do it at home myself. I just have to go get the nail polish that I want, because I only have one that's a gel nail polish, and I usually like to put gel on them. And I forgot my friend who I was Snapchatting while I was in Fort Dodge about maybe having a girls' night on Friday, because I do want to go down, because she lives in the Boone area, and which is not too, like 10 or 15 minutes away from Ames. And I need to go to the T-Mobile to see if they possibly have the S21 in stock at the stores, because online they're back ordered until January, and my lease is technically up this month. So for this phone, I do what is called the flex lease through T-Mobile and Sprint, so that I just it's a lot cheaper, and I just return the phone, and I don't have to worry about having like extra phones laying around and not knowing what to do with them. So I do that option. Kind of like almost like a car lease after sometimes 18 months to 2 years. They say, hey, time to upgrade. So planning a girls' day, and I told her, I'm like, can you cut my hair? Because it needs to be cut bad, and I was thinking about possibly dyeing it, but I don't know if she wants to dye it that night because her son will be, nothing against her son, but she says that sometimes her son can be a handful depending on his mood. Her husband will be home to watch her son unless she just drops him off at her parents' place. But so gonna have a girls' night on Friday. That'll be fun. So now I'm back home. So I was trying to look for Christmas decorations, but I wasn't gonna wait around until 11 o'clock when Dollar Tree opened because they got their truck in and they didn't have somebody to watch the front, so they were closed until 11. And Target didn't really have anything that I wanted. I did end up finishing Christmas gifts. I think I have like one more person to get gifts for, and that is it. But other than that, Christmas shopping is pretty much done. And I can say that on Tuesday, December 7th. So I started a little early. Sometimes I even start at the beginning of November because it's just a lot easier for me, so I'm not like frantically trying to find things. But finished that and came home. I also got Starbucks because of course. So now it's time to get to work. So right now currently, and I'm just going to kind of go through the list because obviously this is going to be a montage and I'm not going to talk about what I'm exactly doing. But I just need to, kind of like what I said in the car, I need to edit the newsletter, edit my director's report. Research requests, I'm still waiting on people to reply back to me, so I'm technically can cross that off the list. And church research, there's just so much that I know I've been procrastinating on it, but I'm trying to find like a little bit better plan to kind of how I want to dissect it. So before I go head first into researching. So, which I've already kind of done a little bit of an overview with this binder here that we have, because this is just a binder on just the churches, a little overview. And we have more on those churches as well. It's just, they're a little bit, you know, kind of reading centennial books. And if people don't know what centennial books is, a lot of when a town turns 100 years old, they usually have a celebration, which is centennial. And sometimes they release centennial books. So you can look over how that town has changed from, let's say, you know, where I live, the town was founded in 1863 to when they had their my town had their centennial in 1963. Did I say 1863 or 1963 to begin with? Well, anyways, 1863 to 1963. And my town does not have a centennial book. It is 100 years history that somebody did. And that was the first published history book of the town that I live in. So, anyways. But anyways, so let's get to work. Back for the final update today. Sorry I have not vlogged much today like I've kind of wanted to, but stuff happens. But I just got done filming for video that's going to be uploaded Thursday. I'm probably not going to edit until I get back tomorrow, so plans kind of fell through a little bit, but hey, what you gonna do about it? But I'm probably just gonna sit here and relax. I do have some things I've got to plan for the next part 5, which is re-editing Henford on Bagley, so I might start that tonight, and I'm going to probably watch some videos or something in the background, so I will probably see you guys in the morning. Well, I'll probably see you guys in the morning. I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is Wednesday, which aka hump day or halfway through the week to the weekend. So I've been up since like 8:30ish, and currently you hear the printer going off in the background because we are printing newsletters today. So I'm pretty sure I forgot to grab the labels, so I do not have the labels here with me right now. But we can at least get the newsletter stuffed in here so that when I get home from doing chores, I can just quickly put the labels and stamps on everything. And I also realized I don't have enough stamps because I have not updated my address list, and there is more labels than there are stamps. I forgot because a lot of people, since I couldn't get it sent through their emails, I had to switch over and use their addresses, the ones that I did have addresses for. So yeah, and I may not have enough envelopes. So this might be a project where I may have to finish. I might get the stuff today before going to get chores, but I will have to finish probably when I get home, and they'll get sent out tomorrow, so it's not a big deal. Make sure that they're emailed, but tomorrow we are working from the museum. So also, if I run out of ink out of this printer, because I have no idea what the ink levels is, I can finish it at the museum, because I do have somebody coming in around 11 to donate a quilt. And then after that, I have to go help and do chores again. Also today, I went and set up a nail appointment. There is actually a nail artist here who just started in town. So she said, bear with me, I'm very new. It may take about 2.5 hours. And I'm like, that's fine, I have nothing to do. Friday, we do have a storm system coming in, but I figured if I can get there before the storm system is supposed to start and just stay in town for it, that'll be fine. And the only problem I'll have is when I have to try to come home. And it's supposed to be until late tonight. It's only supposed to be like 4 to 6 inches. I've also heard 3 to 5 inches, so it's not the end of the world. It's not the worst thing I've driven through, but so I can just go hang out with my mom. Hopefully she doesn't have to work. Otherwise I have to figure out how to burn almost 2.5 hours. So, but I figured I was going to take you along with me, and we're going to start stuffing newsletters in envelopes. Much later. I have since went up north to do chores and came back and took a shower, and I wanted you guys to come along with me as I edit Sims video that's going to be posted tomorrow. everybody. I am currently in my car, waiting for my boyfriend to come out because they're pretty much taking a half day today because a product that they use for epoxy and the clear coat, they have to wait until, it's not going to be until next week. So, oh lady, I have the dogs with me and there's somebody that threw something away in a garbage can. But so we're just sitting here currently. I have not read anything and I've just realized that through this whole entire vlog. I mean, glad this is Vlogmas, so that means it could be reading, it could be life, whatever, but sorry guys. I have been checking my Libby app to see when these books that I have like checked out is going to like be available to check out, and you're acting all tough, puppy. Hey, lady. That's no, hi, Shadow. Lady, you're acting all tough, puppy, but in reality, you're not. Yeah. But anyways, figured I would just check in and talk to you guys, but there's a lot of people here, and I feel very uncomfortable talking, so I will update you guys when I'm back at home. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, which is the last day of the work week for me, so it's like my Friday. Woot woot. Currently I'm in the car because I needed to go and get my prescription, and the dude kind of looked confused. He's just like, did it ask for you to refill it last month? And I'm like, yeah, and I wasn't even like, I told him I still had a month's supply left, so I don't understand why it wanted me to do that. So, and I just told him, he's like, do you want to refill today? And I'm like, yeah, because I just took my last pill of my packet. I'm like, I got a little screwed up on one of the weeks because my body was still trying to get regulated to the medicine, so that's why I'm coming to pick it up at a weird time. So maybe I was supposed to pick it up last month. And he's like, yeah, no, I don't think you were supposed to. And I'm like, okay. I just don't want you guys to think I'm like abusing the birth control. So I ended up having to went and picked up my prescription, which is obviously birth control. And I also decided to get some groceries while I was waiting for it. And wasn't really planning on getting groceries right away this morning, but because I have somebody stopping by the museum around 11, and which in about half an hour to drop off, a quilt for the museum to sell in the gift shop. And I didn't have a heart to tell them that a lot of our quilt items do not sell really hardly anymore. But you know, maybe it could be a raffle thing for something, I don't know. Anyways, and the person it's from, I'm pretty sure if I advertised who it was from, I'm pretty sure somebody will probably buy it, but out of privacy, I'm not going to say who it's from. But today, sorry I did not, say goodnight to you guys yesterday, and it was kind of weird how the vlog ended, yesterday, just because, I was trying to talk to you guys, and I was going to say goodnight, but there was just too many people, I think coming back from lunch, and, they weren't really staring in the car, but I felt like I was being stared at and watched, so I was just like, nope, I don't want to do this right now. And then I just totally forgot. When I got home, I literally sat on TikTok for 2 hours and then watched some YouTube videos and then went to bed. So nothing really too exciting. Today, the plan is that I have that appointment today that I'm going to take home the groceries that I have. I also have to get the softener cell out of my car because I'm going to go to Baumgart's before I head up to my friend's place up near Algona to get some bedding, because I had to use 2 things of bedding, and so she only has 2 packages of bedding for stalls now. So I was like, okay, I'll try to pick up 6. And I might do something a little bit different because I forgot they have a bay door where the bedding is at. Or I could get it here in town. That's pretty much all I really had planned today. I did bring my book because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get there early so I can read a little bit while I'm waiting for them to get here. I was planning on working on Past Perfect, but I didn't get a chance to actually look up how to change what I need to on Past Perfect and kind of experiment with. So I may watch some tutorial videos or something like that first before I try to do it. And what I'm trying to do is add more lexicon categories or descriptions, so it makes a lot more sense, because some of our collection is under one name and some of it is under another. Like, let's say fans. Some of them are under fans, some of them are under accessories. And my collections manager would like it so that everything can be in the same area, so she doesn't have to hunt for things and figure out why sometimes it doesn't work the way we kind of want it to. So I'm gonna have to dive in and figure it out. But as I said, today we're also going up, obviously, to my friend's place. Usually Thursdays I do that. Yesterday, I did it yesterday. The reasons why I was up there was I was helping her with chores because she had to work late last night, and then she had to get up and work at 5:30 in the morning today. So, but I'm going up around when she gets off. Hopefully get there a little bit before she gets off so I can start helping with chores. I do, and and it's actually a really nice day out. For like 37, 38 degrees, it feels warm. I actually ended up taking off my coat because I just felt hot. Obviously, if I stand outside long enough, I'll probably be cold, but I told her I would like to ride today, but I don't know how the horses are going to feel because we do have a winter storm coming in, and I kind of saw some of the front of it this morning when I went to go feed Ty and Sid. So we'll see how good of a mood Hey Babe and maybe Fancy is in. I told her I might not ride Fancy today, but I feel like she needs to get out. I need to redo her braids and her hair. Some of the braids have fallen out. Then I also told her I wanted to let her kind of get some exercise out, work off some energy, whether jumping or maybe I might get on and ride. I'm not 100% sure. But I would like to ride Hey Babe because I would like to practice more, not in the saddle and working on my balance, if that's all possible. But we need to make sure that, we're not putting ourselves and them in a situation that could be harmful, especially since they're going to act pretty antsy with a storm coming in. So Ty and Sid were already kind of in a mood this morning. But of course, they're always in a mood when you don't feed them right away. I've also noticed he's starting to get a little bit more cuddly lately. And it might be just because I finally got through to him that I don't care if he nuzzles me or anything like that, or sniffs my coat as long as he doesn't bite me, which he had a habit of biting my coats. So that's good. We're getting there. But, well, anyways, I'm almost to the museum, so I will let you guys go and update you guys later. Hello, everybody. So, slight change of plans. I'm in the car again. Yes. So, I guess somebody wants to take a picture at the newspaper office. So that's why I straightened my hair and look nicer. Not saying I don't look nice all the time, but your girl, if she doesn't have to, will not put in any effort. So currently I am dressed up because somebody is organization is donating to the museum and they want to take a picture for the newspaper. So that is where I'm going at right now. I may have to make it back home just because in case if my boyfriend cannot get a ride to work, which is fine because then it gives me a few minutes to be able to sit down. But, so, I'm heading to the newspaper office. Oh, and I forgot something I needed to mail. Oh well, this is what happens when you get in a hurry. At least I remember to change of clothes because I'm not riding in this nice sweater. And other things that I needed. Also my food because I'm hungry. So at least I remembered that. But, so while I was waiting for the appointment to show up at 11, which was just dropping off a quilt they wanted to sell in the gift shop, or to donate to us to sell in the gift shop, I read the first few pages of the prologue to the third book of the Bridgerton series, which is, I believe, An Offer from the Gentleman, which is Benedict's story. And we're following, she calls herself Sophie, but the Earl that takes care of her, I guess, calls her Sophia. But everybody kind of knows if they were to look at her, she was a bastard child of the Earl and a woman. So that started off real quick, and it's already giving me Cinderella storyline vibes because obviously he gets remarried, or he gets married. And the woman, the Countess, already has 2 children that are around Sophie's age. But of course, Sophie has been kept a secret because everybody knows, and even she kind of knows, that she is a bastard child, even if she doesn't know. And I hate saying that, so I do apologize, but that is the correct term that they would have used back then. Or let's use this word instead of bastard, illegitimate child. And of course, back then you wanted to keep it hush hush, because if you had children out of wedlock, you were it was more towards the women than the men, to be honest. The men were forgiven faster than the women. The women would have been ostracized, and that's where the Scarlet Letter kind of like that story comes into play, where you would have gotten a Scarlet Letter A for adultery, kind of type treatment. So even though he kept her away at what is called, I think it's Penwood, if I remember right. I've only read a few pages into it, so it's not sticking into my head. But stays at Penwood Estate, which is the family estate that the Earl owns. And she's been there since she was dropped off at a doorstep. And I guess she remembers a grandmother taking her across England to his estate. So the grandmother knew that possibly the Earl was the father. And it hints at how he does looks a lot like the Earl's side of the family. So, which already kind of is damning enough that he had a child out of wedlock. But nobody's gonna bat an eye at an Earl, even though that would destroy his social reputation a little bit. So that's kind of interesting that we're kind of starting to go into a Cinderella story for Benedict, and I'm going to guess Sophie is the main love interest and protagonist. And it even stated on the back that, you know, Sophie wasn't supposed to be at this ball, so it's already kind of giving off a Cinderella vibe, with the wicked stepmother and the evil stepsisters. So it's interesting. But so currently, I'm on my way to town and gonna head to the newspaper office, and I'm hoping afterwards, as long as my boyfriend doesn't need a ride, I can just go get some, because I might just get it here in town, get some bedding, and then head up north. And I was making little pizza rolls, so I got my pizza rolls in a container, trying to stay warm so I could eat them. And I did bring my drink in one of my Starbucks, so that I'm just like, you know what, once I hit the road, I don't have to worry about it. I've got food, I've got water, let's go. So yeah, anywho, but I will update you guys, I guess, later, and it might be another me in the car, depending on if I get bored and want to talk to somebody, and I'll talk to you guys. So, but anyways, I will update you guys and see you later. Alright, I wanted to show you guys, look at little Miss Fancy. So I ordered this off of Etsy, and it's two different types of purple. So it's got purple and lavender on it, and it's a breakaway. And I asked them to add extra holes that you'll see up here. Oh, sorry, Fancy. But didn't really need them, but she looks adorable. So I gotta get to work, so I'll see you guys in a little bit.
currently on the road. It definitely is a slushy nightmare out here. Not gonna lie, but my car is actually taking it like a champ. So I'm really starting to think my tires were going bald before last winter. And that's why I was having a hellacious time on the roads. But this is nice. That means I have a fresh set of tires because I got these back in, I think, either mid to late summer. So, but currently I am on my way back. I headed into town because I had to pay for my nails because the credit card machine was not working. Also, I needed to pick up a couple of things I forgot from the store yesterday. So, yeah, shoveled out a little bit of our sidewalk this morning as well before I left. I also had to shovel out in front of the garage door because it had drifted. And my car definitely was not going to get through that. I already had a feeling. But, so that's what I'm doing. I don't remember what chapter. I know I got to part 2, and I think I'm in the second chapter of part 2 of An Offer from a Gentleman. And the way this book started out was so cute. Because Benedict, to be honest, is probably like the least, like, I guess, and I don't want to say this, I would say probably the least traumatized of the Bridgerton siblings. Daphne really wasn't either, or I guess I should say the male interest or the male protagonist doesn't have baggage. Other than Benedict really wants his Cinderella, like the girl in silver that he met, which we find out, of course, and I'm sorry for spoilers, obviously is Sophie. But she ends up getting kicked out, and time skips 2 years because she has been living and working for a family. Really, the parents are great, but the son is not. And Benedict finds her, but he doesn't realize who she is because obviously her parents has changed just a little bit because she wasn't really well fed, always having to run away from the son of the household because he's a piece of work, and other things. So her appearance has kind of changed. She looks a little bit more skin and bones, kind of sunken in a little bit in her complexion. But of course, Benedict's just like, I know you from somewhere. I know you from somewhere, but I just don't know. But he is taking her currently where I'm at right now to his cottage, which then from there they're gonna go to the Bridgerton house and get her a job as a housemaid for the Bridgertons. So that's fascinating, but this one is just completely different from what I'm used to for the Bridgerton so far, because obviously Simon, the male protagonist and love interest, had trauma, dealing with that in the way of thinking of his life. And then you go to Anthony, who also is dealing with some of his own childhood trauma of literally seeing his dad die and going through that. And, you know, that being his huge hero and he idolized his father. And then getting into the mental mindset that he was going to die and not outlive his father's legacy. Because he could never top his dad. So it's like, and then, of course, the polar opposite of that was Simon, who absolutely despised his dad and never wanted to live out his dad's legacy. So you have the two polar opposites, which is kind of neat, starting to think about it now, and sorry if this is spoilers, is that you go from Simon, who absolutely hated his dad, never idolized his dad, wanted nothing to do with his dad, continuing the line of the Duke of Hastings because of his father. But in the end, he realized he wasn't happy about that, and he truly wasn't living his life to the fullest. And Daphne helped him see that. And then going from Anthony, who is the polar opposite, who idolized his father, loved his father so much that when he passed away, he didn't think he could top his father, he didn't want to, and so he knew he was going to die when his father did, so he wouldn't outlive his legacy, and his dad's legacy would live on, not him, kind of thing. So it's like seeing those two polar opposites. Now you have Benedict, who really doesn't have, he was the second oldest, didn't really have much going on other than he did want to find somebody, and the only thing that, you know, his brother Anthony and his sister Daphne found, you know, obviously married wealthy, but they found love, and he wants to find love too, but that's why he's always holding himself out, even though his mother really wants to see him married off. And of course he found his Cinderella, because this is like a Cinderella retelling. But of course she disappears to never be found. And I'm pretty sure she probably will never reveal who she was, probably until the end of the book, which is completely fine. So you watch them fall in love and all of that stuff. But of course she has her own, instead the female character has her own trauma, where she did not come from a very good upbringing. And pretty much was cast out because she is technically considered, she is technically in that time period, and I do, excuse my French, is the bastard child of an earl, even though that is his daughter. And he knew, because there's no way to get around that, how she looks like him. But anyways, I will talk more about it once. Today I'm probably not going to vlog as much. It probably won't be until evening where I update you guys, because we have friends coming over around 1 o'clock for Friendsmas. So I will probably update you guys later, and I will talk a little bit more how I'm feeling as I try to think about it more, of a gentleman, an offer from a gentleman. So anyways, I will update you guys later. I will have to make this outro short because I am running out of recording space on my phone. But as you saw, I was reading a little bit of Bridgerton. This is actually quite becoming a very cute story of like this back and forth where Benedict saved her 2 years later and she saved him from a bad fever. And now they have met Mr. and Mrs. Crabtree, who are the caretakers of my cottage. And so it's quite interesting where it's going. So, but obviously more in future vlogs. I will talk about probably the next vlog about this book and hopefully have it finished during then. But thank you so much for watching. If you did like what you saw, please hit the subscribe button and that bell notification so you are notified when I post. I post fun, bookish content like this and Vlogmas, obviously, under Ginger Books on Sundays, and fun Sims content under Ginger Snaps Gaming 19 on Thursdays.
I hope everybody has a great start to their holiday season, and I will see you in the next Vlogmas vlog. Bye!